Warning, spoilers for Hulu's Hellraiser. Hulu Hellraiser reboot revives the classic horror saga, but its story is oddly similar to 2002 sequel Hellraiser, Hellseeker, one of the series' lamest entries. Hellraiser is often linked to other major horror franchises from the 80s, such as A Nightmare on Elm Street or Child's Play. While the films are undeniable cult favorites, they were never nearly as successful as rival horror properties either. The highest-grossing Hellraiser, for instance, is barely on par with the lowest-grossing Friday the 13th. This is why Pinhead and his Cenobites soon went direct-to-video, beginning with 2000's Hellraiser, Inferno, from Doctor Strange director Scott Derrickson. A couple of these lower-budget outings have merit, but most of them, such as 2011's Revelations, are quite poor. While not the worst, arguably the dullest was Hellseeker. This cast Dean Winters as Trevor, whose wife Kirsty, played by returning franchise star Ashley Lawrence, goes missing following a car crash. The story is about Trevor piecing together what happened, which really means endless. It was only a dream, jump scares and an easy-to-solve central mystery. Hellseeker ranks pretty low in the series, but Hulu's revival appears to have borrowed some plot points, including the Cenobites demanding a certain amount of souls in exchange for letting the main character live. Hellraiser 2022 draws on the franchise's history. In short, Hellraiser 2022 revolves around Odessa Zion's Riley, a recovering addict who accidentally opens the Lament configuration puzzle box. This summons Pinhead, Jamie Clayton, and her Cenobites, who offer a deal. Since the box requires 5 souls to summon Leviathan, if she sacrifices 2 more, she'll be freed. In Hellseeker, a twist reveals Kirsty offered Pinhead 5 souls to save herself from hell, with the 5 people she has in mind having planned to murder her for her inheritance. In addition to the 5 souls story point, both films feature the main character being betrayed by a lover, who they in turn sacrifice. Hellraiser and Hellseeker both crank up the jump-scare hallucinations in the first half, where Riley and Trevor both seeing random images of the Cenobites or their missing loved ones. One of the key images they both share is Pinhead, who technically isn't a villain, removing a pin from his head and sticking it into somebody's neck, Trevor in Hellseeker during another dream, and poor Nora Aoife Hines in Hulu's Hellraiser. The reboot features many odes to the original series, with Goran Vishnich Billionaire Voight being a combination of past villains Frank Cotton, Dr. Channard and J. P. Monroe. The mansion setting recalls 2005's Hellworld, while the final creation of a new Cenobite is straight out of Hellbound. Hellseeker was the final appearance by Kirsty Cotton. Hellseeker is the 6th outing in the saga and sold itself on the return of Kirsty from the first 2 movies. Sadly, Kirsty's return was a last-minute addition to the screenplay, so the character only has about 10 minutes of screen time. She also bears little resemblance to the heroic figure seen in the original films, and adding insult to injury, this proved to be Kirsty's, who became Pinhead in the comics, final appearance. If Hulu's Hellraiser earns a sequel, hopefully, this lackluster outing won't be the last fans see of her.